Have you ever traveled to a place that amazed you? That touched you so deeply that you wanted to become a part of that community? Have you ever been so inspired that the place becomes a part of you, or of your own creative expression? I believe when people experience different cultures, they are more likely to have an open mind full of new creative ideas. The images, sounds, and feelings that you experience while traveling can, if you let them, move through your body, your mind, and your heart. Travel will influence your actions and allow you to become more caring and creative. And the good news is, anyone can travel to creativity. It is well known that traveling can inspire artistic expression. Travel can expose you to different types of music, which can motivate you to create your own music or style. Even if you do not play an instrument, you can deepen your understanding of music through different cultures around the world. For example, when the Beatles traveled to India, they experimented with the sitar and were inspired by Hinduism and meditation practices, among other things. From their experiences, they produced the White Album, one of their most popular records ever. The album cover shocked everyone because it was plain and white. But this record contains what some think is their most creative work. All of their Indian-inspired magic was inside. For the Beatles, it was India that influenced their path. For me, it was my travels in East Africa. In 2013, I had the chance to go to school and live in Tanzania. Adventures like watching a wildebeest migration, finding a crocodile tooth while swimming, in that swimming hole, in fact, and even falling into a pool of hippos gave me more images and ideas to put into my artwork and music. I like to tell stories with my family and friends and write lighthearted songs when traveling from place to place. I now play the saxophone and ukulele and recently picked up the electric guitar. I mean, there are like 8 more instruments I would like to learn how to play, but I can only learn so many at a time. Not only can traveling inspire creativity in music, but it can also inspire creative problem solving. When you travel to another place, you get to see how other people live, as well as solve their daily problems. For me, watching how communities work together to conserve the environment around Mount Kilimanjaro showed what we can do to conserve the environment here in Mississippi. I have since conducted science fair projects on black bear reintroduction and the decline of bee populations. In my research, I found that more knowledge was related to more positive attitudes about aiding these species. According to a recent study, when research like this is conducted by people from different countries, it can have even more impact and momentum. Travel can also result in open-mindedness. As Mark Twain is famously quoted, "Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness." When I was attending the international school in Tanzania, I was lucky to make friends from all over the world. There were many vibrant cultures, languages, and religions that were celebrated among our entire school community. It helped my mind open to new ideas and new relationships, and gave me new words to describe my experiences, such as the Swahili phrase pole pole. This word describes the slow-moving leisure lifestyle and atmosphere of Africa. There were many things that were slow there. For example, waiting 3 hours for your food to arrive at a restaurant. So basically, you had to plan your lunchtime in advance. Meetings that went on forever, and even waiting for cows and zebras to cross the road. When we think of the word travel, we think of charting off to exotic lands. However, you don't have to leave the country or even travel far. If you just look in your own town or community, you can find surprising places to explore. Who would guess that in Batesville, Mississippi, there's a large Buddhist center called the Magnolia Grove Monastery? This is a place of meditation and peacefulness, to feel closer to the earth. You can easily go and become a part of an entirely different culture for the day. Even when I cannot understand the Vietnamese chants, the natural beauty and calm environment give me a feeling of peace and connection. You can travel to many different places even while exploring your own town or reading a book. In fact, you don't even have to leave your house. In a study of creativity, some school children were shown close objects, like a pencil on a desk, followed by more distant objects, all the way to the Milky Way. Some other children were shown the pictures in reverse, and all were given a creativity test. The children who were shown the pictures in expansive order had higher scores of originality and fluency. Most importantly, I learned that travel leads to compassion. In other words, travel is not all pretty, and I've become more aware of politics, war, and injustice in the world. One of the saddest things I've seen were the memorial sites of the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. This made me become more aware of the United States politics and reminded me that everyone deserves equal rights and justice. In my community, I have participated in different types of creative activism, such as marches and demonstrations to protect the planet and human rights. The famous Mississippi writer Eudora Welty has said, "Through travel, I first became aware of the outside world, and it was through travel that I found my own introspective way of becoming a part of it." Like Miss Welty, travel has opened my eyes to the outside and to my inner world. To sum it up, traveling to creativity isn't simply going from place to place or moving around the world. Of course, our world is beautiful, but not everyone can just hop on a plane to a foreign country. Real traveling is meeting someone new with a different culture, point of view, or background that challenges you to become more aware of the world around us. With that said, I encourage you to visit a place in your own community that represents a different culture. With an open mind, I guarantee that you'll be inspired by other ways of life and have new creative ideas. Live beyond your limits to explore the wonders and beautiful diversity of this planet. I hope you too will be inspired to travel to the amazing world of creativity and compassion. Thank you.